irresistible force that is the Leigh Leopards. Anyway, we'll come to those in a moment. First of all, Huddersfield Giants. Oh, dearie me. Lots of pressure now being put on Mr. Ian Watson. They have to win that Challenge Cup game, I feel, at the weekend, or else it could be curtains for Mr. Watson. The Cowbell Army not happy at all. As you know, we've got lots of people who are Huddersfield fans, are part of the Super League Raw community, and they were on the phone to me straight after the final whistle, questioning the heart, the desire of the team, that there's no plan B, that only really Leroy Cudjoe can come out of this one with any real praise. I think a mention must go to Harry Rushton, though, as well. 42 tackles in this one for Rushton, 114 metres for 15 carries. He had a decent game also. But yeah, the heart and desire of Cudjoe was there for all to be seen. Not necessarily in the flair players. A lot of abuse coming the way of Jake Connor, Troy Lalahoya. What was Lalahoya doing? You know, what a gift wrap that was for the try. Deary me, that's just not good enough. And, you know, there's so much pressure on Huddersfield because of the signings that were made in the closed season. And, you know, two of the big signings were the centres, weren't they? Masters and Nagama. And they were put in the shade by the player that they lost. Ricky Latelli, take a bow, sir. Two brilliant assist from Latelli. 194 metres from 13 carries, showing how it should be done. Sensational stuff from Ricky Latelli. But here's an interesting thing. The starting prop forwards, okay? Now, of course, we had Wilson and Chris Hill starting in the front row for Huddersfield. And of course, we had Mulhern and Amone for Leigh. And these are really interesting statistics. Yeah, Wilson and Hill only got 107 metres combined. Compare that to 244. Let me say that again. 244 by the delicious Mr. Tom Amone and Robert Mulhern. Some superb stuff right down the middle, punching holes, making sure that the backs have plenty of field position to do their thing. And of course, they did. Charlie with 2. That's another 2 for him. 14 now for the season, leading the try scoring charts. You know, Lamb doing what Lamb does. Really good work from him. Very cheeky try as well. I think Reynolds, you know, Ben Reynolds as well. He's growing. We mentioned him last week on In the Sheds. Ben Reynolds are trying and assisting this game, really starting to play his part as well. And of course, 2 really good loose forwards came head to head in this one, in the shape of Luke Yates and of course Asiata. And to be fair, not many times can I recall where you know, Yates hasn't come out on top, but boy God, he didn't come out on top on this one. Asiata was, as his usual best, 41 tackles from Asiata, 131 metres from 26 carries. If you compare that to Yates, who went through 38 tackles, but only mustered 80 metres in this game, he'll be disappointed with that, I'm sure. So yeah, right across the park here, Leigh were better. Leigh, I mean, top 6, what can you say? I think everybody's got a soft spot for them. To dream the impossible dream. Who's to say that Leigh cannot make the top 6? And of course, next time out for them, the Warrington Wolves at the Leigh Sports Village. I'll be there and I can't wait. You Leigh fans, let me know where you're going to be for a pint before the game. Be lovely to catch up with you. I'm really looking forward to the visit of Wire to Leigh Leopards. I think it'd be a great occasion. Two great teams, and I think Leigh at the moment, you know, I just want to see them live. Such as how I've been impressed with them. They are, well, they're quite a team. I enjoyed the Ben Curry testimonial before the season started. The game at the Halliwell was a decent game in this season, and now of course we go to the Leigh Sports Village. I just can't wait. I think it'll be a cracking game. Really looking forward to seeing how much that team has grown over the first 12 rounds of Super League. As for Huddersfield, well, I mean, like I say, it's all of a sudden turned into a must-win game, hasn't it? Their trip in the Challenge Cup to Salford at the weekend. If they don't win that, like I say, is Watson under pressure? I think he is. I think he really is. There's a lot of discontentment in the Cowbell Army. They've come out in their droves on social media. You know, they're sick of all the excuses that are coming out over players that are being missing. Quite frankly, the signings, you know, Nagama, good try. I mean, let's be honest. I mean, they could have been nil for the second time in 3 games had it not been for that final try by Nagama on 77 minutes. And actually, that's probably the only real negative for Leigh, because I think Leigh would have quite liked that 0. And I think their performance actually deserved the 0 on the score sheet. But there you go, not to worry. But like I say, could have been a lot worse. 2-0 in 3 weeks would have been absolutely diabolical for the Huddersfield Giants. But like I say, this Salford game now is of vital importance. And of course, coming up to them next will be Castleford at home in Super League. And that's a massive game, because you know, I can't even think about this, but bear with me, Giants fan. If Cass win that game, well, unbelievable. I mean, absolutely unbelievable. I mean, in terms of the way the Cowbell Army will be feeling about it. And certainly if Watson is still in the job at that point, I think then there'll be greater concerns for him. I mean, Andy Last, he's not had a great record since becoming the coach, has he, at Castleford? Two coaches under a lot of pressure there in that game when Super League returns for round number 13. But this was all about one team, the Leigh Leopards. The Leigh Leopards, dare I say it, the team of Super League in 2023, closely followed by the Warrington Wolves, closely followed by Hull KR as well. Two very surprising outfits coming into the new campaign, but no question, Leigh Leopards, everybody's soft spot for Leigh Leopards. We're all loving Leigh Leopards. I'm loving Leigh Leopards. You're loving Leigh Leopards. Everybody's loving Leigh Leopards. The Leigh Leopards top six. 4 points to Huddersfield, 30 points to the Leigh Leopards. Congratulations to all you Leigh Leopards fans out there. Be the roar, up the roar. I salute you. That is the final in the sheds of round number 12. We'll see you again in round number 13. Please comment, subscribe. The Leigh Leopards. Joyous. See you again.